Greek king.
What would you rate the visit?
The greatest king in my book.
Look at Star.
Your Majesty, what do you think of the Trump Renaissance here in D.C., all the improvements? What was your favorite part of your visit?
We'll talk later. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
He was over there. Oh, he's down by the... Oh, he's coming. He's coming. Tell me. Yes. Tell me where you want to go. Up on the side.
Take like 3 or 4 or 5 steps back there. It's not taking steps back. You can go back all the way to the road. Thank you.
People like that in our country.
Agreed.
Can we ask you some
Great,
questions?
really great people. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Just ask. Thank you, First Lady.
Your team? Your place? What about?
I'll get it.
Yes, thank you.
Colin, stand at ease.
That's fine.
I think the recline, this is the best shot of them coming down. I'll be sneaky. Forgot my wallet, man. Kinda surprised you wanted to switch. But yeah. Here, let me move.
Right shoulder forward. Flag. Carries. Flag. Doors ready. Cut.
Present!
Hark!
Shoulder!
Ha!
see open this up. Good. Good. Yeah. Oh, it's still there. Yeah.
That would be good. Right, yeah. So we're still. You're right, and like. Did you at least get a good shot of it?
Yeah. No, appreciate you keeping I had to give him the time.
Somewhere else, I know.
Yeah, but it wasn't 21.
That wasn't not 21 now. And he wasn't.
They're gonna walk to the Canadian cross.
texted me. He said, I just saw you guys. Well, I mean, you didn't see me, right? I wasn't in the shot. What, what's up? You moving? Hang on, I got this.
Whenever you get a sec.
Yeah, give me a second.
Put this across.
I gave it to her, actually. Bertrand, give me any more stuff. I'm not gonna give you any chocolates.
I treat you super.
No, you too. I know. You wanna be with Barney. Simpsons.
You work for Bart outside of like the waters or something? Like Emory? He was on one side of the one project on
Thank God for that.
Exactly. Thanks so much.
Yeah, me too. Thanks, I appreciate it.
What's your name?
Steven.
Steven, Mike.
I'm with the embassy.
I'm the Times Dispatcher. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice.
So it's a pretty big day for you guys.
Yeah. It's been a busy week, yeah.
You don't look like you eat donuts. I eat donuts, can't you tell?
Yeah, crazy week.
This is just in New York.
It's a scene now.
You go to DC in New York?
I did. Some of my colleagues did. Did you see the photo from last night of the Statue of Liberty, Empire State Building, lit up with the British flag and the like JP Morgan building?
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, it's awesome. How are you doing, man? Hey, how are you?
We're still kind of in
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Good shot.
Who took it?
An agency from somewhere in New Jersey.
This is the one of
Gary Hirschman. Yeah, there's a guy unless you're watching I think ABC was out of Hoboken, New Jersey.
He gets all the.
Yeah.
I like the shot of Here's the one of
Oh, that's, I think it was 18.
Because I want to just like.
How are you doing? I'm well. And yourself today? Yeah.
I'm Matt, playing.
Matt, Nathan, AP.
You're based in DC?
Nick, a little bit further.
too bad to meet up. How about yourself?
Same. I used to be a staffer at the Washington Post up until like
Oh my gosh, I bet you know Rebecca Santana's husband. She works for AP right now, but
You would think so.
take a photo.
What do you think, right?
Yeah, I think so.
yeah, he was one of our photos.
Yeah, there's a photo over
Look
there.
at you, girlfriend.
So searching.
Yeah, we got photographers.
Awesome. It's good to be in Front Royal today. And I did the sunshine dance. I've been doing sunshine dances for a month, and it works.
He doesn't even know that, but
Leo. Hey, Leo. Leo, no, stop. Go start walking that way.
You know, I bet these VIPs are going to come scrums.
Yeah, you think it's more let me do one thing. I need to get my sticker. I don't usually on the yet. I'll need a sec to adjust something because my microphone.
So yeah, I didn't remember DC area right there.
No, just like it's not like the last 5-6 years. I think it's very similar. Absolutely. Yeah, that's one. Really cool. Last round now.
she used to go. You need to go with.
So sorry, you're. Yeah, no, this is the spot. So that. So here, everyone had to be like White House president. So they had to go through like a whole new wave for this. So I got the registration. I'm also part of it. Okay, let me sort that for you. I'll sort it for you. I'll let you know. Yeah. I understand. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna have. Yeah. I'll sort it out for you. No, I'm here. You might actually use a few more flags. It would actually be nice to have some more flags for this area here. And there, and that flag. Yeah. I can get them out too, if you don't mind bringing them.
Yeah, I think so. It's I don't know if there's a better one.
Hello, everybody. You all know that there's snacks, bathroom stuff for you in that spot there.
Did not know that.
Just so you know. Yes, it's in this bungalow here. There's chips, bathrooms, plugs, and water.
Thank you so much.
So just so you know, I don't know if that was passed to you, but
Chips, bathroom, whatever.
chips, bathrooms, water, and an outlet.
Oh, okay.
In this bungalow over here. Just so you know.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
What's your name again?
Jess.
Jess, Mike.
Mike, nice to meet you. I'm from Dempsey.
Awesome.
Might not sound like it, but
So you haven't been doing much this week, just hanging out?
oh yeah, just been relaxing. I read 4 books, you know. I actually tried to read when we got back yesterday about 10 p.m. I was like, I need to calm my mind. I couldn't even think about anything in my book. I think I read the same page like 4 times. And I was like, I'm giving up.
I do that the same sentence over and over again. It drives me nuts. I'm like, I've read this 5 times. Don't
I
read
literally
it.
just gave up, yeah. And doom scrolled for a bit instead.
Yeah. Exactly. It's fine. Good for the mental psyche.
Is it?
Oh, 100%, yeah. Well, appreciate you all doing everything you're doing for us.
Yeah, sorry you got the information like so late.
No, it's great.
It's been like a madness. But...
Can't imagine.
Alexander was going to take those.
I'm messaging him now.
You went to get something to eat.
No, I'm it's like, for example, a lot of
Right? Yeah. Oh, there's Tech and Mike's too. Call out to me. Preemptively. So, there's, I'm looking at this Gary. Yeah, I'm just going to ask Gary if he's got someone in mind to interview already. Hey, I'm getting ready. Would you be interested in doing the video with me, man?
Yeah, she's already.
We try to make it easy. It'll just be you talking to Gary. You won't look at the camera. So I said this. You guys are just talking like you were. So.
Okay. What's your name?
I'm Nathan with the Associated Press. What's your name? Teresa.
Yeah, we come in packs.
Okay.
Yeah, my aunt is named Teresa. She goes by Tess.
Oh.
So, yeah. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'll be right back. Good? I'm gonna start moving. I'm gonna start moving here. Get through.
In theory, I think they're actually going to be like coming down and then.
That must be, that's what's happening. I would say. Normally I just bring my case, but it's kind of bulky. But I'm Jason since he's approaching.
I just need to get mobile here.
Oh, it's actually I actually took my steps forward to the White House. That's it.
So let Gary get to this side here. Alright. And I'll be off to this side of the camera. So you can still look and respond to Gary here. Okay. And if you don't mind
you're still
holding the mic out.
Yep. But you're a very nice man.
Hold on, let me put this.
You want me to put that on film?
Yeah.
Slide a little bit toward me, Gary. And
Yeah, can we get that?
We want you with the crowd behind the pavilion here too.
Okay. You got it?
Yeah, so you can look a little bit toward me.
Is this it?
Yep, perfect. Yeah, that's good.
All right, you can look towards him and I can just go.
Okay.
So let's start with your name and where you're from.
I'm Teresa Brigide. I'm from Front Royal, Virginia. I've lived here 27 years, and I love it here. And it's exciting. I would have never expected the King and Queen were coming to our town.
So when I do silences, it's so I can help him cut the film. So it's
Sure,
not,
sure.
So when did you find out the King and Queen were coming here? And
I think I saw it on Facebook yesterday. Dolores Oates, our representative from here, had posted it.
What went through your mind when you saw it?
I thought, he's coming to Front Royal? That's unbelievable. So, when can you get a chance to see a king in your own hometown?
What time did you actually come out today?
I had a very late night because of a presentation I was giving last night, so I jumped out of bed about 7, threw on my clothes and headed out here. Met my 2 sons, and we were here by about 8.
We talked earlier, and you're actually doing your own little broadcast across America and into Canada, aren't you?
Yes, because I thought this would be so exciting for my grandchildren. They live all across the country, and a couple of them, 6 of them, are up in Canada. And so I thought I'd just kind of do a play-by-play of what we were experiencing here. So every time I take some pictures or photos, I send them off to him. So off to all of them. They're hims and hers. Mostly boys, though.
So when you first talked to them about the king coming here, did they believe you, or did they say, "Oh, grandma?
I said it's for real, and then I showed a picture of their uncles that they were here with me. So
What did they say?
they haven't responded yet. Some are in school, so I'm hoping I'll hear back sometime today. But at least they have it to go look at later today.
So one of your sons, he's a teacher here at the college. He let his students out today?
Well, just his class.
Just his class.
Yes, so they could come and see. So
What are you going to do after this? This is probably going to go on for another hour or so.
I think I want to get some lunch.
And talk about the emotions, just all the things that you're feeling as you anticipate it, and what you feel like you'll feel during this moment. You actually lay eyes on His Majesty and Her Majesty.
Well, I think I'm having so much fun with the excitement of the crowd and all the different kind of people that I'm meeting, because people have come from, as far as Leesburg, Marshall, and they all kind of found it out on Facebook also. So, and just getting their stories, getting to know new people. I met someone who lives in Leesburg, but they're from England, so that was fun. My son studied in Oxford, so that, I have an appreciation for England because we would hear all about it through our son's eyes when he was there for 6 years. He has his master's and doctorate from Oxford. And I don't know, it's fun just to see everybody's anticipation. Somebody was visiting here from Tasmania or something, and they were brought here by that man I mentioned was from England. So it's just really fun to meet all these different people.
Do you have ancestry from England, Scotland?
On my husband's side, not on my side, but yes, on my husband's side.
And have you ever been? Do you want to go back now?
My son graduated from his master's from sorry, I'm blinking out. Thank you, Oxford. Yeah. My husband was able to go with one of our sons, and I had hoped to go when he got his doctorate, but that was COVID, and so even my son didn't get to go to his graduation. So, but I really want to go and see England. That would be a fantastic trip. Hope to go with our son because he would be a great tour guide for us.
You talked about being overseas and seeing castles.
Yes, we got to go to Portugal many, many years ago. It was actually a religious pilgrimage, but while we were there, we got brought to a castle. And the child in me just came alive because I wanted to touch the castle, which I couldn't get to. So this is kind of like that, we all got wrapped up in fairy tales as kids. So it's like, I get to see a real king and queen.
And what do you think the king and queen will enjoy most about historic downtown Front Royal here? This environment that they'll be in and walking around, meeting, people in not a big city like D.C., but more rural town, Western Virginia.
I think they're going to love the enthusiasm of everybody, and that they so much wanted to come and see them. That's what I think. So I'd be interesting to see what they think of our little town.
In 1788, I remember seeing on the sign going in. This town's been around almost 250
There's
years.
a lot of history here, especially Civil War history. But yes, a lot, and a lot of the homes are very old. Some 200 years old. So I live out in the farm community, and there's a lot of historic places there too. It's just we love it here. I'm from Minnesota originally, but this is now my home. Don't want to live anywhere. I tell them they can bury me in the backyard. I'm not moving. So.
Are you surprised by the turnout, or did you kind of expect that you would get this?
I'm not surprised, but when I had talked to the congresswoman, she thought people were going to be camping out all night. So then it made me think, like, my gosh, will I even get in? So it's less than what she told me, but I'm still not surprised. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yes.
All righty. I hope you have a great day.
Oh, we will. Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Nathan. That was fun.
Great to meet you. My family's from Minnesota too, actually.
Oh, you are? Where are you from?
Maple Grove. That
Maple
area.
Grove. I grew up in Eagan.
Oh, yeah,
Right by the
absolutely.
Mendota Bridge. Yeah, very historic site. Fort Snelling.
Would you mind if I got a close-up of you holding your flag there?
Oh,
Get out of the way.
Yeah, just the flags there. Perfect. Did you get one just handed out to you?
They
Or?
were handed out. It was really nice. I don't know that everybody got them, but we happened to be standing in the right place. I was thinking I wanted a flag. I wish I brought something in.
Yeah, a lot of Union Jacks to go around.
How will I get to see this?
It's going out on our YouTube live stream right now.
Okay.
I can try to send you that link.
Would you? Would
Yeah.
you do that? He's got my card.
Absolutely.
Take a look at my website. It's all about light therapy.
What do you mean? Look at her jerking away.
That's what I brought so much here.
Over prepare for this potluck cake. What?
They even got mayonnaise on my
Little boys. You told me to eat it. I don't have oil.
lip oil.
Yeah,
All right, good afternoon, everyone. You are watching live coverage from Front Royal. This is the Associated Press reporting live. You are looking at pictures right now of Main Street in Front Royal, where in just over an hour, King Charles III and Queen Camilla will be participating in both a parade and we here also participating in a block party. Look just across the street right there, you see a gazebo and you see some dancers who are, we presume, rehearsing at this point. The music has started to play, and there are thousands of people who have come out today to witness this very historic event in this small town in Virginia. Just to our left right here, you can see all of those crowds. They are gathered several people thick on the sidewalk, and if you pan a little bit more to the left, you'll even see people standing on chairs in looking out windows of stores and restaurants along the route. Earlier this morning, they were handing out British and American flags. We were told that many of the people who are attending right now have been in long lines since 6 a.m. this morning, or at least as early as 6 a.m. this morning. And there's a long parade route here along Main Street, with we believe will end here in the park when the King and Queen come to visit. We can see some picnic tables set up with flowers on them and some VIP guests. The band is playing right to the side there, as you can hear probably as well through our microphone. There appears to be food here as well. What the King and Queen will do is still a little unclear at this point, but again, we anticipate they will participate and meet several of the people who have come out and are gathered here all day today. We've seen a lot of families bringing their kids here today, and many people talking about how this is such a rare event to have the King of the United Kingdom visit a small town in America. So as you can imagine, a lot of people are lining up here today. We also see some local sports teams that are coming out here today live to also meet the King. And as you can imagine, as you're probably seeing people drive by, there's a lot of security here as well. Even the media had to get here very early this morning by 10 o'clock to make sure that everyone, both in the crowds and who was gathered here today, went through proper security with the King. We're seeing many Secret Servicemen and other local officials who are protecting the streets today as the events begin to unfold. A little earlier before, you might have seen the King attending his final event and farewell event with the Trumps at the White House before going on to Arlington National Cemetery. And the next stop on the trip is right here in Front Royal, Virginia, a small town just about an hour and 20 minutes or so west of Washington, D.C. And again, as you continue to look, there are live pictures of crowds who have come out to see this history unfold today. Let's take a moment to let you listen in a little bit to the music and the color that we're witnessing on the streets.
thank you so much. How are you doing, Front Royal? I can see you guys. I know you can hear me. How you guys doing over there? We're the Low Water Bridge Band. Although we're from Clark County, I'm from Front Royal here myself, so I'm very happy to be here. Thank you guys so much for having me. So
fellas.
Just like swapped there for him. Oh, nice. Good for you. All right, take care.
Right.
It's better than it was.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, that was.
As soon as I heard that they were going to pull her.
Yeah.
I guess I just don't see that I would use it enough to buy one.
Thanks so much.
Good afternoon again. This is Jack Aresto from the Associated Press. We are reporting live from Front Royal, Virginia. You are looking at live pictures on Main Street right now of Front Royal, Virginia, where in just about an hour, King Charles III and Queen Camilla will be doing a parade down this street. And after they do the parade down the street, they're going to end up in the park just to the right of here. There is a gazebo. We understand they are going to greet and meet Americans and other leaders of this community. We have seen several local officials here. We have seen local police officers and sheriffs. We have seen sports teams with kids from high schools. And we have seen other dancers and singers. So we're anticipating that they will be meeting the King and the Queen, or at least some of these people will be meeting the King and the Queen in just about an hour or so when they arrive here. The weather is a beautiful day here in Front Royal. It is not too hot, not too cold. The sun is shining bright. And as you can see, there are thousands of people who have shown up from this community at this event today. We were talking to some of them earlier. They mentioned that many of them had been out since 6 a.m. this morning in a very, very long line that we witnessed to get access to this event today. Everyone has gone through the proper security. We've also seen a very strong presence of security and Secret Service on site this morning. But again, a lot to get through till today. The King and the Queen are going to be doing several events out here near the Shenandoah Valley. We saw them earlier today at the White House with President Trump and saying a farewell to Washington. This wraps up nearly 4 days now of a state visit that began on Monday with the King and the Queen arriving at the White House for a tea with the President and the First Lady. We then saw them greet many people at the British ambassador's residence in Washington, D.C. They spent quite some time meeting and greeting and shaking hands with people. And then, of course, the big day of the trip so far was still the state dinner that we witnessed in Washington. They started out that day with an official arrival ceremony at the White House, which then ended up having the King go down to Congress and giving a joint meeting of Congress where he made several jokes that have been getting a lot of attention on his trip. And all of that, of course, ended with a formal state dinner at the White House. We then saw the King travel up to New York yesterday, where he paid his respects at the 9/11 memorial before meeting with other community leaders in both Harlem and other areas of New York. The Queen had an event at the New York Public Library, and now they came back to Washington and are on their way from Washington out here to Front Royal right now. It is about an hour and 20-minute drive west of Washington. We understand they are driving out here and are on their way right now, and we should see them in about an hour. But listen to the mood here. There is music playing. There are people out. We're seeing a lot of red, white, and blue, both for America and for the United Kingdom. Earlier this morning, we saw a person handing out both British and American flags to all of the spectators here. We've also seen some of the residents here come out in kind of British style. We're seeing the typical British hats and British fascinators. People have been wearing them and walking around the town this morning, anxious to get a view of the King and the Queen as they get here. And as I mentioned before, the gazebo you might be seeing just to your left there. We understand the King and Queen will make the rounds around that gazebo and meet the public here in Front Royal. One person said to us earlier that they were telling their kid that the King was coming to town today, and they could not believe that the King of the United Kingdom would be in a small town here in Northern Virginia. A heavy media presence here as well. We're seeing network news cameras and media from around the world in addition to the American media covering this event, we are also seeing a lot of coverage from the British media as well. And if you actually, my camera, Nate here, if you can actually pan to the right, it actually looks like they're handing out more flags right now. If you can see that, another box of British and American flags going down the line and being handed out to different people who have lined up. The sidewalks are completely packed. I know it might be hard for Nate to see on the camera, but the sidewalks are completely packed from the road to the buildings behind it. We're even seeing, as Nate, who's our videographer here on site, was even showing us earlier, different people who are, in addition to being on the sidewalks, looking out the windows, standing on chairs and looking out the windows of the storefronts and the different restaurants. Nate might be looking at right now, we're seeing kids on parents' shoulders as the event is getting closer and anticipation is growing. We are not far from the visitor center here in Front Royal, where a lot of the British media is being stationed. With that, we imagine that the King and Queen might also go there and visit the visitor center. But for now, again, a crowded Main Street right now in Front Royal, as the residents of this town will be seeing soon the King and the Queen of the United Kingdom. There's the flags being handed out again on Main Street right now. You might be seeing through your camera lens both American and British flags. Many people we've been hearing have been asking for both. And of course, the King and the Queen are here on a diplomatic mission to continue to shore up the, as many have called it, the special relationship between the United States and the United Kingdom. We also, as we came in today, we're seeing many British flags flying throughout the town, which is not something you often see in American towns. We'll continue to let you listen in right now as we are watching the events get closer and people getting excited.
Looks like a blouse, but I had it before I tucked it in. Way down there. I'm just doing that to get this up here and then I'll... Okay, so I have some intel for you. Ready? He's not going down. He's coming over there. He's going to walk out. So see that split in the gate? Yeah. Okay, he's going to walk through there. Over here. Going to mingle, mingle, mingle. Go over to see where the gingham is. That's a honey stand. Okay, he's going to do a honey exchange, and he's going to go mingle, mingle. He's going to go down. There's a caboose over there. He's going to go there. Then he's going to come back up here and exit this way.
So he's not even going to come in front of them.
I don't.
Yeah, it's going to be a tight scene. God bless him.
God bless him. So I'm going to go communicate that to my people.
Yeah, that's the headset.
I do.
Good afternoon, everybody. We continue to be in Front Royal. This is Jack Arresto with the Associated Press, and we've been talking to you this afternoon from Main Street, and the crowds continue to get bigger and bigger. We have been here now for approximately 4 hours, waiting for the King and the Queen to come. We have been standing amongst the residents of this town and perhaps others who have come from other towns nearby or have traveled here. And we are continuing to see the crowds both on the street and in the park across the street, not too far from where the gazebo is. We are continuing to see the crowds get bigger as more and more people arrive. We are also seeing both American and British officials on the street, really kind of rushing around at the last minute to make sure everything goes well for the upcoming visit of the King and the Queen. They're expected to be here in less than an hour right now, and they are driving out here from the Washington, D.C. area. They were with President Trump and the First Lady, I believe, this morning at the White House, and then they went to Arlington National Cemetery just across the river. And they are now, we understand, driving out west about an hour and 20 minutes or so to Front Royal, this small town in Northern Virginia. And as you're looking across the street, you can see different groups who have accumulated here to greet the King and the Queen. We understand that the people you're looking at in the park have been working with officials from the American and British embassies to meet the King and the Queen and are gathered there. There seems to be different stations that are almost set up. I think we might see Boy Scouts across the way. We see different organizations who have gathered here, different sports teams. We anticipate all of them will be having their moment with the monarch. And they're all gathered around that white gazebo with British flags and American bunting. We understand they'll be making a loop around that gazebo to meet these various groups that are standing by to wait for them. The crowds continue to get bigger on the sidewalks. Nathan, who's our videographer here on site, I'm not sure if you can pan to the left here, but you can really get a chance to see just how thick the crowds are on the street. They are really several people deep, and we're also beginning to see, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, people standing on chairs and benches in windows overlooking Main Street to get even a moment's glimpse of King Charles III. We are reporting to you from both Main Street and High Street, the intersection of those two streets, as we look at these large crowds who are gathered. And the crowds go way down Main Street, several blocks to the left of us, and that is where the King and the Queen will be coming down the street in a parade where we're expecting people to be cheering with their British and American flags that have been handed out. And all of that will end back here at this park that you're looking at with the gazebo. It has been a long morning for many people who are attending today. I mentioned just a moment ago the media has been here for at least 4 hours, but we were talking to residents who have been here since as early as 6 a.m. Everyone excited to be here and to see the King and the Queen. If Nathan is looking just down the lane there by the thing, you can actually by the street, you can actually see some ladies wearing what appear to be British-style hats and British fascinators. We saw another lady earlier wearing what she called a garden party dress that was inspired by British fashion. Everyone just waiting again for that moment when King Charles III and Queen Camilla visit here in Northern Virginia.
Sounds like James Bond movie. Cell phone, we got more people with cell phones out. Then we went out to like especially 5 years ago. I heard of that. It's really pretty. It's I mean, one of the things. It was in retreat. That's right.
That's getting kind of close. I think it's like 140. 130, okay.
It's like going to Bath in the UK.
40 minutes away, almost 40 minutes away.
I went to high school right up here, and the teacher there did this thing where if she got so many kids to sign up for tours, it was free. This lady, I don't know what she took a group of us. It was 3 days of London, 3 days of Paris, and 3 days of nice. Which is not where you take one 17-year-old.
Tell you what, I love Amsterdam. It's out there for King's Day. Have you ever heard of King's Day? It's King's birthday. And it's like,
got a crown cake over there. I guess. Yeah, there you go.
Entire downtown.
She gave me her card.
Just tricky security. Everybody here has passed through security checkpoints, service everywhere they are. All to make sure this event.
Oh, yeah. That's
Last official. After this, they head to Bermuda. In downtown.
You leave here, I'll get you. Really? All right, tell me. All right.
Thursday marks the last official day of this season, and then they head to very friendly territory, Bermuda, which is part of in downtown Virginia. Focus on live.
Tea and biscuits? Is that what they do? Donuts up there. Is it a sign of the tower? Well, I'm always about it. Yeah, is there any water out there? And you're more than welcome to have my stairs. I used to run It's actually it's supposed to be water in this building in the restaurant. Yeah, that's close. Yeah, it helps us up to our restaurant. Yeah.
You like it out there.
It's one Hoosier, 2 years.
Yeah, so
where are you? Yep.
I'll do another one.
That's the road. I've been doing it for a long time. Yeah.
USB-C. You got USB-C. No. Dude, yeah. I don't think I have a USB.
Look at this. Guys got lunch.
Hold on one sec.
Oh, yeah. I got it. Still like working. Oh, yeah. I got one.
I know the name.
You know, I'll get up here. He's a good guy. He's
plug in. USB 1 should charge.
Yeah. Develop it, I guess. His house is, I'm not sure.
Well, my grandchildren.
I'm going to start doing something.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They have a table.
Actually, I'm working with the same people that's over there. One of them.
They just have a different assignment.
Yeah, it's okay.
They can go over some stuff, so don't worry.
Okay, veterans. Yeah. That table right there has Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts.
It was unattended property. We rode heavy. Nobody came, even before they bought it.
All right, now we're doing hit at top of one again.
Texas.
No, but I know they put on heavy service. Yeah, I don't think that, that's really
No, the handler. Southern Maryland, I'm sure you like it.
It is the top of the hour, 1 p.m. here in Front Royal, Virginia. This is Jack Oresto with the Associated Press. We are reporting live from Main Street in Front Royal, where within the hour we expect to see King Charles III and Queen Camilla make an appearance. There will be a parade right down here on Main Street that will end at this park right across the street from us. That gazebo there you see with the white columns, we anticipate they are going to be walking around that gazebo and meeting different groups who have gathered here today from the town. We see a table that has what appears to be Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts and Girl Scouts. We've also seen a table of veterans. We've seen town officials, from policemen to firemen, walking around. And as I mentioned, the King and the Queen are expected to make a loop around this gazebo just across the street to greet all of these people at this traditional American block party. There is apparently a potluck meal to be had. We have seen large sandwiches across the street and other food. There is a pizza vendor that we see in the gazebo. And thousands of people from this town, and presumably the towns that surround it, have come out here today to witness history as the King of the United Kingdom pays a visit to this small town. Again, this visit comes at the end of a 4-day tour of the United States. We saw the King arrive on Monday and have a tea at the White House with President and First Lady Melania Trump. The following day, there was a formal arrival ceremony at the White House, then an address to a joint meeting of Congress, followed by a state dinner. The King has been known for his sense of humor on this trip. He has made several jokes along the way, both in Congress and at the state dinner. He made a reference once when the President Trump had said to him, had it not been for the Americans, the people of Europe would be speaking German, and the King joked back, if it was not for the British, the people of America would be speaking French. And again, all of that humor kind of carrying into all of his travels. After that state dinner, we saw the King and the Queen go up to New York, where they paid their respects at the 9/11 Memorial, before participating in other events uptown, in Harlem, and at the New York Public Library. And just this morning, if you've been watching our live stream all day, you saw the King and the Queen at the White House one more time to bid farewell to the United States. Then they went to Arlington National Cemetery, and here they are on their way now to Front Royal here in Northern Virginia. After this block party, they will be going to the Shenandoah National Park, not too far away from here. The conservation is very important to the King, and he is expected to participate and meet various groups. And then soon after that, they will depart the United States for Bermuda, where that will continue their tour on an international level before returning to the United Kingdom. A little bit earlier this morning, we saw a group of local, what it might have been school children, who are part of a dance club, it appeared to be, who were rehearsing out here at the park. We anticipate they will be doing performances. We understand there will be both dance and music performances when the King and the Queen arrive. And as my videographer Nathan is showing you now, looking down Main Street, this is where the King will come down the street with the Queen to greet all of the people who have come out to see both of them today. As Nathan was showing you a little bit earlier, the crowds are very thick on the sidewalk. They extend all the way from the street back to the storefronts. There is very little room on the sidewalks to move around. It is kind of shoulder to shoulder. Thousands of people who have come out here today. We spoke to many of them earlier. Some have come out as early as 6 a.m. to get in line and to get through security. This is a very secure event despite being on a public main street. Everyone you see in the crowds has all gone through security, including us in the media. We arrived here around 10 a.m. this morning, and you can see children on parents' shoulders holding various flags. I see American flags, I see British flags, I even see an Australian flag in the distance. And of course the King is the head of state of several countries, including Australia, which is a Commonwealth nation. of the United Kingdom. Security very tight. You're also seeing on the street right now several different security forces, from the Secret Service to local sheriff's offices, all here to make sure the event goes off smoothly. And all of this happening in the small town of Front Royal in Northern Virginia. The weather is really nice out today. It is a beautiful spring day here in Northern Virginia. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, and the sun is shining. Another view now down Main Street on the other side that Nathan is showing us right now. Seeing the crowds wave their American flags. Some American, some British. On the streets of Front Royal. Media also here from around the world. We have stood with both American network media and newspapers, as well as British media as well. The British media has been following the King throughout this tour, and will continue to follow him in many cases at least, as he goes to Bermuda after his trip to the U.S. concludes today. Country music also playing in the background. We anticipate this to be a very traditional American event. The visitor center Nathan's panning by just now, with the King and Queen also may visit. And then again, just across the street, the park where we are told they will make the rounds and greet various different groups. We're coming to you from the corner of Main Street and Hines Street in Front Royal, where in about a half an hour now, the time is getting closer. We are anticipating to see more activity begin. Earlier today, when we first got here, there were definitely crowds lining the streets, but those crowds have increased immensely. At one point, it was 1 or 2 people deep, and now I want to estimate it's about maybe 8 to 10 people deep, depending on the sidewalk, as I mentioned just a moment ago, from the curb of the street all the way back to the storefronts. People are crowded shoulder to shoulder in anticipation of trying to get a glimpse, even for a moment, of King Charles III.
That would get everybody.
We remain here in Front Royal, Virginia, anticipating the arrival of King Charles III and Queen Camilla. They are going to be attending a block party here in Front Royal, Virginia before going on to other places near the area. The King will be going on to the Shenandoah National Park, where he'll be highlighting his environmental and conservation efforts. And we're seeing right now a little bit of activity and applause. Some applause is beginning here. The King is not quite here yet, but we believe it's the Front Royal baseball team, student baseball team presumably, who is standing in line there for a picture. The crowds are cheering them. They are in the park where the King and the Queen will be walking through, so we anticipate they may have an opportunity to meet the monarch. More applause continues to come. We're seeing more media arrive on site. There is the governor of Virginia, Abigail Spanberger. You can see her there in blue. The recently elected governor of Virginia. We anticipate as well that she will likely meet with King Charles and Queen Camilla as they arrive. So as you can see, more officials arriving on site. We've been seeing the crowds grow and grow, and what has been mostly quiet crowds throughout the morning is beginning to get excited. We are hearing applause. We are hearing applause for both the local sports teams. We're hearing potential applause for other officials who are arriving on site. As we said, we can see the governor standing over there by the gazebo. Again, we continue to be live from Front Royal, looking at the gazebo where the King will be, festooned in both American patriotic bunting, but also British flags. To see British flags flying throughout a small American town is not a common sight, which shows the history of this moment. This is not the first royal trip ever to Virginia. Queen Elizabeth had visited Virginia as well during her previous royal visits. And the current queen, Queen Camilla, is also expected to be here today. And while the King goes to the Shenandoah National Park, she will attend a horse racing event in the Middleburg area. I think it's referred to as the Plains, in fact, where she will be highlighting her equestrian interests. Security is tight on site. You're seeing on the streets right now different security officers from both the Secret Service and local sheriff's office who are guarding the event. Everyone you see in sight, from the streets to the park, have all gone through security this morning. And people have been lining up on these streets for now, in some cases, over 6 hours. Less than just a half an hour right now until the King is expected to arrive. We are hearing a helicopter overhead right now. Crowds on the streets we understand are cheering for the governor right now. We continue to be live here in Front Royal, less than a half hour from King Charles's arrival. Again, helicopters are now going on overhead.
If you are not credentialed press, please step back. If you are not with the press credential, please step off the riser. Thank you.
Try not to lean out too much when they come, please. Thank What I'll do is I'll try to shoot everything. Okay. Look at all this. Yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah. They're gonna put the flag around. That could be a cartoonist too, right? Can you imagine? I'm not even all against that. I'm not 2 years into that.
It is 1:20 Eastern Time here in Front Royal, Virginia. This is Jack Oresto with the Associated Press. We are reporting to you from Main Street in Front Royal, where in less than a half an hour we are anticipating seeing King Charles and Queen Camilla of the United Kingdom. It is a busy, busy day here in this small town. There are thousands and thousands of local residents and probably people from towns around who have all come out here today to witness history and see the King and the Queen in this small town. Just across the street, you are looking at a gazebo where we understand the King and the Queen will walk around and greet different people. We have seen several of these groups out throughout the morning. Just in the front of us here, we see the local school baseball team. We expect they will meet the King and the Queen. Way in the distance, there is a dance group that we also saw practicing and rehearsing earlier. We anticipate they too will also perform and meet the Queen and the King. There's also Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts and veterans, and we've also just a few moments ago saw even the governor of Virginia show up. Everyone in place as the moment gets closer and closer. Helicopters are now flying overhead. Security is tight here in Front Royal. Everyone you see from the streets of Main Street through the park have all gone through security, and both security forces from the Secret Service and the local sheriff's office are on site to make sure that everything goes smoothly here in Front Royal today. The King is rounding out the last events of what has been a 4-day tour of the United States. We first saw him arrive on Monday, where he had tea with President and Mrs. Trump at the White House. On Tuesday, he had a very packed day. He had an official arrival ceremony at the White House, which was followed by an address to Congress, and then a large state dinner at the White House on Tuesday night. Just yesterday, we saw the King in New York as he visited and paid his respects to the 9/11 memorial before going uptown to Harlem to meet with community leaders and participate in several events. And the Queen herself also went to the New York Public Library before returning back to Washington. And then just this morning, they were giving a farewell to Washington, D.C. as they head out here to Front Royal, about an hour and 20 minutes west of Washington, where they're going to conclude their tour with a parade right here down Main Street. And then after that, the King will be going out to the Shenandoah National Park, and the Queen will be participating in a horse racing event in the plains out here in Virginia near Middleburg. It is very much so horse racing country. Middleburg itself known for horse racing and horse culture. So that is an issue that's also near and dear to the Queen, and she will participate in that event. Once all of that has concluded, they will depart the United States after this 4-day tour, and they will be going to Bermuda before returning to the United Kingdom. This is not the first royal visit to Virginia by a monarch. We had seen Queen Elizabeth here many years ago during one of her royal visits. There have been several royal visits to the United States by different monarchs, of course many of them being from Queen Elizabeth II because of her very long reign. The last state visit to the United States was in 2007 when Queen Elizabeth visited Washington for a state dinner with then President and Mrs. Bush. And before that, she had attended another state dinner in 1991 with the other President Bush and Barbara Bush. About 10 years before that, she visited the Reagans, but that event and that visit to the United States did not take place in the formal halls of Washington, but actually took place with the Reagans out in California. And just a few years before that, in 1976, for the bicentennial, almost exactly 50 years ago, we had Queen Elizabeth attend a state dinner with President and Mrs. Ford. One of her first trips to the U.S., though, to meet a president as Queen was in the late 1950s when she met with President Eisenhower and his wife, Mamie Eisenhower. And this is the latest of the royal trips, and Prince Charles's first trip to the United States as monarch, as we've mentioned throughout this week. He has visited now, this is his 20th visit to the United States, but his first as monarch. The previous ones, of course, he was still the Prince of Wales. The crowd's anticipating what's to come. As I've mentioned many times, they are enormous crowds gathered here on Main Street. They go from all the way from the street back to the storefronts. Our videographer Nathan just earlier was showing us video of people who are also standing on chairs and on benches in these storefronts, hoping to get a glimpse of King Charles III and Queen Camilla in this small town of Front Royal. And just across the street there, you can see in blue the governor of Virginia, Abigail Spanberger. She has been here now for about 15-20 minutes. and we anticipate she will likely be one of the U.S. officials here in the Commonwealth of Virginia who will greet King Charles and Queen Camilla when they arrive. And if Nathan can just pan the park for a moment, you can actually see almost everyone now in place. As the event gets closer and closer, we see the different vendors inside the gazebo. We see the local Front Royal baseball team, and in the distance, various dancers, musicians, large groups of media also on site, different townspeople also sitting down in multiple tables, round tables with chairs like you'd see at any American picnic. And that is what the intention of this trip is. It is intended to be an American block party where the King and Queen of England meet everyday Americans. We are approaching the bottom of the hour. It is almost 1:30, and the moment is getting closer. The crowds are getting a little more excited. It's getting a little louder here on site. As I mentioned earlier, helicopters for the last 10 minutes or so have been flying overhead, presumably security. British and American officials are all on site and in place. And in approximately 10 minutes or so, we should be seeing the King and Queen. So stay with us. Our own reporter, Gary Fields, is across the street in the press pool. He is anticipating being able to get closer to the King, and he will be reporting all of the details as to what we are seeing and hearing once the King arrives. And we also have our AP photographers also across the street on site. So throughout the day, you will get complete coverage from the Associated Press, both live and in text reports. You can read all of the details on apnews.com throughout the day. We are looking at a sea of flags right now in the streets. There are American flags, there are British flags. I even got a glimpse of an Australian flag just a few moments ago, as the crowd has been having those handed out to them by officials on site. All of the town officials are out. We even were talking with one of the photographers from the town earlier today, who was also out to witness and see all of this events. Certainly an historic day, not just for the royal visit and for the relationship between the U.S. and the United Kingdom, but an historic day for this small town just an hour or so west of Washington. This is Jack Oresto from the Associated Press. We are reporting live from Main Street in Front Royal, Virginia, where in less than 10 minutes we are expecting to see King Charles and Queen Camilla parade down Main Street and end up in the park you're seeing just on your screens there with the white gazebo. This park is filled with different community leaders and different groups from the town. We have seen Boy Scouts, we have seen Girl Scouts, we have seen veterans, we have seen local sporting teams, along with music and dance performances. We've also seen the governor of Virginia, Abigail Spanberger. She is right here across the street from us right now in blue. You are seeing her facing away from the camera just now. She is surrounded by both U.S. and British officials who are all here today for this trip and for this final round of events here in Northern Virginia as King Charles and Queen Camilla wrap up their 4-day tour of the United States. The mood is definitely intensifying here on site. I've been mentioning throughout the day that the crowds have been continuing to get bigger. We are now believing we are at capacity at this point where there is no more entry allowed. And helicopters have been flying overhead, and security has been increasing steadily within the last hour. And in about 10 minutes or so, we will likely see on the street you're looking at right now the King and Queen of England coming down that avenue, reaching the park right here, meeting everyday Americans in the park here from Front Royal, Virginia. Soon after being here in Front Royal, he will be going nearby to Shenandoah National Park, where he will be participating in several events that are near to his interests, which is conservation. And the Queen will be going to a horse racing event in the Plains, not too far from the famous Middleburg, Virginia, here in Northern Virginia, where it is horse racing country. There is a lot of horse culture there, and the Queen, that is an issue that is near and dear to her. And then after that, they will be departing the United States for Bermuda before eventually returning to the United Kingdom. Again, minutes away. Stick with us. We've also have our reporter and our photographer across the street from here, right by that gazebo. So all of the latest information on what we see and what we witness will not only be here on our live stream website, AP News. In the first motorcycles continuing to come down the avenue right now as the parade is underway. The royal motorcade has arrived on site. We see different vehicles parking now near the park where the king is where we anticipate rather the king will get out. We have heard some country music begin to play as the crowds yet again are anticipating seeing the king get out of the vehicle officially and enter the park. We are seeing now crowds of people gathering around where we believe the king is getting out of his car and arriving at the park. We believe the king now we do see the king greeting different citizens on the streets of Front Royal. Many people stretching for a glimpse to see the king. He has not walked by our cameras just yet, but he is across the street, and we understand greeting and meeting those who have been standing on the sidewalk for so many hours for this moment. A large security presence you might be seeing on your screen right now. There are large black vehicles that are on the streets that are also part of the security for the king, so we might be getting slightly out of sight. And you are hearing the large crowds cheer now as King Charles is walking over to greet people on the streets here in Front Royal. I believe I just got a quick glimpse of Queen Camilla as well, who are all going down to greet the crowds. Again, we are on the streets of Front Royal, Main Street in Front Royal, where King Charles is walking down the sidewalks to greet different citizens who have been here throughout the morning, many of them here for 6 to 7 hours. He is making his way down Main Street. We are currently positioned near Main Street and High Street, and we are seeing him make his way toward us right now before he eventually goes into the park to greet other groups who have been patiently waiting for him all morning. The king is now going back across the street after meeting several crowds. He is now entering the park that we've been telling you about all morning long. And we see crowds of people gathering around him. Right behind us right now is where the king is. There is a large vehicle that is currently blocking the view, but we anticipate to see him again soon. But as you can imagine, security here is very tight.
Come on, guys.
Press is here. This is press.
Some security vehicles going by now. And just behind this black vehicle is the King of England as he greets people in the park here in Front Royal. A lot of security officials are attempting to move some of these vehicles as we see the king right across the street now. There is Queen Camilla. Queen Camilla. And we see the governor of Virginia with the king as he greets the baseball team who has been waiting patiently throughout the morning. And there is King Charles in Front Royal, Virginia, waving to the crowds.
What did I tell you? They're going up there.
The king and the queen are now in the gazebo. It may be a little hard to see them through our camera as there are columns, but the king and the queen are, what we saw earlier was a pizza vendor in the gazebo, so not sure if they'll have a slice or not, but he is up there greeting those vendors right now. He had just met a moment ago the Front Royal student baseball team, and while we were sitting here, we heard people in the crowd shout "hip hip hooray" as he went by, which is of course a very famous British phrase. And he waved to the crowd and they did cheer back with great enthusiasm. Again, the king now in the gazebo behind that large crowd of people all gathered around waiting here throughout the morning for this big moment to happen. The queen by the king's side as he tours this park here on Main Street in Front Royal, Virginia. Again, we are live here in Front Royal, Virginia. You are looking at live pictures of the gazebo in the park off of Main Street, where, if you can believe it, the King of England is currently standing here at this American block party. He is meeting different vendors. Just moments ago, we saw the vendors up there were actually a pizza vendor, and it appears he is meeting with them right now. You can kind of barely see the king through the crowd there, wearing a gray suit, the queen wearing blue. So many officials and townspeople have come out today to witness this historic event. I can hear now people in the crowd looking for the queen, even saying, look for her, she's in blue, she might be behind one of the columns. But everyone trying to stretch and get a glimpse of the king and the queen. Country music playing in the background. This is an event that you would see in any town in America. It is an average, normal town block party where people are sitting at, folded chairs around fold-up tables, having casual potluck food, and the King of England is joining today as a guest. There were large sandwiches we saw earlier. Again, we're not sure if the king will eat while he's here, but we will continue to watch and see. And we're still seeing Governor Abigail Spanberger as well, meeting and greeting the different vendors alongside the king. And there's Queen Camilla coming into sight again. The king and the queen appear now to be leaving the gazebo. They're standing on the opposite side just now and are now descending the stairs from the gazebo back down to the crowds who have been gathered here throughout the morning to see them. The king appears to be meeting now with veterans groups. We see the queen and the king shaking hands with veterans. It is a beautiful spring day here in Front Royal, about an hour and 20 minutes west of Washington. It was noted in the travel here that the king wanted to meet with not just the major officials of Washington, D.C., but everyday Americans. And now we are witnessing that now, him meet with everyday Americans here in the park on Main Street in Front Royal. We saw many of the pomp and circumstance events, the state dinners, the glamorous events happen in Washington just days ago. And now it has all come to the final day as the king and queen continue to walk this park and meet with everyday people.
Are they going to...
The king and the queen appear to be moving away from our cameras now to go meet with other groups farther down in the park. Stick with us. We will continue to cover each moment of this. We can still ever so slightly see Queen Camilla in the distance right now as she's moving toward the dancers we mentioned earlier. There were several student groups who were part of it, we presume a dance club, who might be doing a performance for the King and the Queen. And simultaneously, as the King and the Queen are meeting with people in the park, there is also a town's parade that is coming down Main Street right now in honor of the monarch of the United Kingdom. You can see now our cameras panning to that parade that are here to honor both King Charles and Queen Camilla. We can still see the King and Queen in the distance, meeting with various groups, and simultaneously the parade is coming down here on Main Street. There are several residents here who are joking and hoping that the King will come back over here to watch the parade so they can get one more glimpse of him. As the Front Royal Fire Rescue going by, and the people in the crowd have got their wish. The King and the Queen are now back on the gazebo to watch the parade go by. They are waving to the crowds, and the crowds are really getting enthusiastic again because the Queen and the King had been out of sight for a bit, and now they are back to witness this small town parade right here in the small town of Front Royal, Virginia. The King and the Queen of England waving to different cars as they go by on the parade route. You can see that happening now on your screen. Many of them antique cars, some of them British. And it appears the King and the Queen are now going their separate ways, likely to meet the most crowds as possible. The King has departed and has gone to the right, and the Queen has gone to the left, if you're looking at our screen, and they are going to split and meet different crowds as we continue to watch the parade go by. Any visuals we see of them we'll continue to bring to you. We continue to be live here on Main Street in Front Royal, Virginia. The King and the Queen of England have gone a different direction each in the park, one going to meet one group, the other going to meet another, in the attempt to meet as many people possible. The crowds here continuing to be excited. Just moments ago, you probably saw on this live stream, the King and the Queen of England came back over to Main Street to watch the parade go by and to wave to the various floats and cars and people that were going by. I was just speaking moments ago to a person here observing, and they said, what are the odds of someone like me being 50 feet away from the King of England? And that is the mood right now here in this small town of Front Royal, Virginia, where various groups, various leaders have all gathered to see the King and Queen of England. And despite that the King and Queen have gone on the other side of the park, people are staying loyal over here and remaining on the streets, hoping to get at least one more glimpse maybe before they leave. And soon after this, the King will be going to the Shenandoah National Park, and the Queen will be going to a place called the Plains, which is near Middleburg, Virginia, known for horse racing, an interest of hers as well. And soon after that, they will be departing after this 4-day tour of the United States. Historic, really. Not only historic for the relations between the U.S. and Great Britain, but also the King's first official visit here as monarch. He has made several visits here during his life. This is his 20th time being in the United States, but this is his first time as king. We've seen his mother, the late Queen Elizabeth, make several trips to the U.S. as well on these state visits, and she too had visited Virginia in 1976 for the bicentennial, and 50 years later, King Charles and Queen Camilla are back as America honors 250. And I actually have a glimpse of the Queen again right through the gazebo there. I'm just directing my videographer here, Nathan Elgren, who's been joining me all day and bringing you all those live images you've been seeing throughout the morning and really in many cases throughout the week. Thank you, Nathan. You have been giving us a lot of great shots, but we're just ever so slightly seeing the Queen greet various people right now in the park solo, and the King is off in another location to also greet as many people as they can before they depart. It appears now that the Queen might be at the, as Nathan was just telling me a moment ago, it appears the Queen is actually at the Boy Scout and the Girl Scouts table right now. We've mentioned that throughout this live stream, that they were waiting throughout the morning for them to arrive, and now those children are having their moment to meet Queen Camilla. I'm sure a moment they will remember throughout their lives. And Queen Camilla in full view there now, as you can see, wearing blue, as she continues to meet the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts of this community. The park festooned in red, white, and blue, both honoring America, but also Great Britain, as those three colors are symbolic of both countries. And we are seeing a combination of American patriotic bunting and British flags flying together side by side in this park. And as we mentioned earlier, there were American and British flags being handed out to many of these crowds along the way. I'm seeing a lot of different families right now who are on site, enjoying this moment, taking pictures together, holding the British and American flags as they await to see maybe one more glance of the royal couple. And the Queen and the King seem to be out of sight. Oh, nope, there's the Queen again. She remains there, continuing to talk to various groups. What's very interesting about this event in the park is traditionally when we see King Charles or Queen Camilla, we will often see them behind a rope. We will often see them, you know, at a distance from the public. But this event is altogether different. They are not guarded by security surrounding them. They are not being guarded by aides and officials. They are quite literally walking through the park, just greeting different people as they continue their journey. Of course, the park is very secure. Everyone has been pre-screened, and everyone has gone through intense security, but there are very few people between the king and the queen and those that they are greeting. And just a few moments ago, too, it looked like, as Nathan was pointing out to me, that the queen also accepted a bouquet from one of the vendors and people she had been meeting. Again, the crowds here on the sidewalks of Main Street are not dwindling in any way. They remain full. The sidewalks remain full, even though the king is currently out of sight at the moment as he continues to greet people throughout the park. Our videographer, Nathan Elgren, who is a partner in crime today, giving you all of these live images as we wait for the king to come back. Many of the people we saw waiting to see the king have now seen the king. That includes the baseball team, that includes the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, the different vendors who were in the gazebo, and of course, as you saw, the parade has gone by. So we know the king's schedule is tight, and he's not expected to be here too much longer. But as I said, the crowd's not thinning out just yet. They are waiting to see if they can get one more glance. We see some movement now, people coming back toward this way. We also see Governor Spanberger again, who we believe is accompanying the king. Photographs being taken on site, clearly visible from our vantage point. When the king departs, he will likely depart to the far left of our screens right now, where his vehicle has been waiting. It's unclear if he'll make one more pass over here by the crowds, or if he will just depart through the back of the park, but we are continuing to stay live in anticipation of his next move. And you can see throughout the park, with the white tent behind the gazebo, the Union Jack, the flag of the United Kingdom, festooning this park, an unusual sight in a small American town, particularly approaching Independence Day. But as America gets to celebrate 250, King Charles and Queen Camilla here to celebrate and honor this moment, and both the Union Jack and the American bunting are part of this, part of these festivities as the King and Queen continue to meet with Americans here in Front Royal on Main Street. And you can see the crowd of people gathered. While it's hard to see the King and the Queen beyond that crowd, they are in the middle of that crowd as people gathered around them to meet them officially here in Front Royal. Some country music has just started playing, and the crowd is getting excited again. Perhaps a performance is going on right now for the King. That is what we anticipate. Let's listen in. Gathered by where the King's car is located to perhaps bid him a final farewell here in Front Royal, a day I'm sure most of these people will never forget. The crowd is now gathered in the park. The majority of the crowd has now gathered over by the King's car. So we are anticipating he is getting ready to depart Front Royal. Again, he has more stops left on this trip before he leaves the U.S. He is heading nearby to the Shenandoah National Park, and the Queen is going to be heading to the Plains, which is a horse racing event. Both of those of great interest to each of them. And there's Governor Abigail Spanberger, we can see one more time as well in the crowd from this vantage point. as the Queen and the King get ready to depart Front Royal for those next events. And then soon after that, they will depart for Bermuda and then eventually end up back home in the United Kingdom. The crowds, though, still not leaving just yet, still taking one last glance, one last look to see if they can see King Charles III one more time. As the King gets ready to depart, he has been here for approximately 30 to 40 minutes. When he first arrived, his motorcade came down Main Street, and then upon getting to the park here, he exited the vehicle, he got out of the car, he went over to the crowds who have been waiting here hours to see him, greeting them, shaking hands, moving to the other side of the street to greet more people, before going into the park, where he met with various groups. He met with the local baseball team, he met with the local dance group, met with other local officials. We're also seeing additional aircraft over us now as security continues to be tight, as King Charles, my apologies, gets ready to depart Front Royal. Once the King departs, we'll also speak to a number of different people here in the crowd. So if you'd like to know what people thought of getting their opportunity to see the King, we will be bringing that to you in just a few moments. We're just anticipating a few more minutes of the King being here and bringing you all this live coverage. But once he departs, we will be speaking to some townspeople who can tell us a little bit about what it was like to be here today. The crowds are cheering one last time as the King gets into the vehicle and will soon be driving off. And we understand King Charles and much of his entourage are now getting back into their vehicles to leave Front Royal, where he and the Queen will go their separate ways temporarily, as he goes to the Shenandoah National Park and she goes to a horse racing event here in Northern Virginia, not far away. Security continues to be very tight, as it always is when a president or a member of the royal family is in motion. So seeing all this security presence out again, we understand that the motorcade will be moving any minute now. And there it goes, actually. There goes the motorcade as people wave British flags and American flags, saying goodbye to King Charles III and Queen Camilla, who are just leaving Front Royal. And we are continuing to be live here in Front Royal. Our videographer, Nathan Elgren.
Just look and respond to Jack.
I know, I was like, are you
We continue to be live in Front Royal as King Charles has departed. Would you like to tell us what it was like to see the king?
Well, I have to say that I was really excited about it happening here in our little town. It's blown everybody's mind. But the amount of people, it was a lot of push and shove. And the only thing I saw was the king's hand out the window, so I didn't really get to see a lot. But my grandson really wanted to come down. There's my granddaughter, and this is my friend, Rio.
And why did you want to come down here today?
I was actually over there meeting King Charles now, which is to, Washington, D.C. Really, I just think it's a special place, and we're really honored to have them here.
And were you able to see him?
I was. I got to see him driving through, got to get his hand waving out the window, and I'm hoping to see some pictures from over there later.
And did you see Queen Camilla as well?
We did. She looked beautiful. She looked beautiful. They both looked amazing. I'm glad that they chose us to come visit.
What did you feel, when watching them? We so often see, the king or the queen kind of like guarded a little behind maybe the fence, if you will, but they were really just mingling with people in the park today. What did you make of that?
I mean, that for me personally, I visited London a few years ago, and I asked some of the locals, do they see them out? And apparently Charles walks the streets in London, what he did before he was king. He's a very personable guy. He loves the people. He loves to get to know the pulse of what's going on in his country. So I didn't expect anything less than him to welcome all of us.
So a big day for Front Royal.
Yes,
absolutely.
Huge day. Huge day.
Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it.
Before we go, just to introduce ourselves once more, say and spell first and last name, just so we get it.
You want Yeah, I don't want anybody to know about this. No, my name is Ruth Young, Y-O-U-N-K.
And he probably told me.
And I have lived here for most of my life.
Town administrator coming across.
It's not too surprising. I thought I knew they'd show up, but when I saw the queue line this morning. We don't have the numbers yet, but we hope to get understanding of how many people came through. But Main Street was packed.
Okay. Town Visitor Center in the background. It's a little bit different backdrop.
Yeah, so we'll showcase all the nonprofit organizations that were able to come out and represent this community and show what they do.
Sir, can we interview you? Hi, Jack Aresto, AP.
I'm Joe Petty. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Joe.
Come to this side of the camera.
Can we go right over here, actually?
Just so we can get the visitor center in the background.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
On this side?
Yeah,
that works.
All right. And you'll look and respond to Jack.
Okay.
But if you don't mind starting the interview, how we do it all the time, just introduce yourself, say and spell, first and last name so we get it correct.
Tell me when you're ready.
We're good to go.
It's Joe Petty, Joepetty, and I'm the town manager for Front Royal.
And how many years have you been in Front Royal?
I was born and raised in Front Royal, and I have been the town manager for a year. And so to do this within the first year is quite amazing.
And what was that like? I mean, it's the king and queen of England.
It's a very historic moment for our community, and we're very blessed to have this community show up and be excited for this and to welcome here. The same reason we hope that they like to enjoy it, the same reason we live and work in this community. So it was a real honor.
And why did they pick Front Royal?
I mean, why not pick Front Royal? Like I said, the reason why we live and work here, it was great to showcase a lot of the nonprofit organizations that do a lot for our youth and even our adults. So I think they recognize everything that this community puts back into it, and so they were very fortunate to come to Front Royal and enjoy that moment.
So how much work went into planning today?
We've been working on it for a while, but it was a true team effort. We slowly brought in different organizations and our local and state law enforcement and emergency response, our public works department, and they really stepped up when they needed to, and we really needed them. And if you were here 3 days ago, it looked nothing like this. So it was great, and it was a true team effort.
Did you get to meet the king?
I was very fortunate to meet them and to just say thank you for coming here. And it was a wonderful moment to see them meet with our Little League team that won the state championship. That is something that they'll remember for a long time.
Did they happen to say anything about Front Royal or make any comments about their time here?
They were talking about the quiche, and they really enjoyed watching the cloggers and listening to the music and the local band, and the lead singer is from here, so it's good to appreciate everything that we have to offer here.
Would you say this is one of the biggest days Front Royal's ever had?
I'd say it's tops on the list of one of the biggest days, especially in my generation for sure.
Bing Crosby was the other one.
Bing Crosby, 75 years ago. The streets looked about the same, so it was interesting to bring this almost 75 years later. Another historic moment we'll be showcasing.
So people who don't know, who is Bing Crosby? What did he do while he was in town?
So Bing Crosby came to town, and so it is. He loved visiting Front Royal. And so when he came to Front Royal, one of the big things is we were currently in the process of building a new baseball stadium, and he was here for his movie premiere right up the street at the Park Theater. And so he helped contribute to Bing Crosby Stadium, which still has his name on it today.
Do you think something will be renamed after King Charles now, or Queen Camilla?
We might have to think about it, and because this, again, that was 75 years ago, this historic moment, we may have to honor it in some way.
So growing up in this small town, ever imagine that this would happen?
No. When I took this job a year ago, this was definitely not on the list of things I thought I would be doing. And I think today, everybody just is just saying, wow, just wow.
And I have to ask, so we always hear about those moments when the phone call comes and you hear like the president's coming or the king is coming. Like, what did that phone call happen, and what did someone say?
Our team didn't believe it, and it wasn't until we met them in person that it became a little more real. And it took a little bit after that to let it really sink in. This moment is going to happen, and we're really happy that it did.
Exactly. And you guys get a lot more advance notice than the general public, of course, for security reasons. How long ago did you find out, and how much preparation went into having a secure perimeter, getting everyone screened?
It was a few weeks, but again, I think that team effort I talked to, the United States Secret Service and the UK team and our local law enforcement emergency response, Front Royal Police Department really stepped up and game planned this, and it was a constant change and evolve as we needed to, but as you can see, it worked flawlessly, and the team did great.
And what did you make of the crowds? I mean, there were lots of crowds.
The crowds were wonderful, and they stuck around for a good amount of time waiting for them, and I think they stayed in great spirits, and I really hope that moment was worth it for everybody, because I think it was.
Good time, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for being here.
Yeah.
And capturing this for us.
Our pleasure to be part of the history.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And the question is, what specific cookies did the Queen buy?
We're just in the roadside.
You were here yesterday.
Hey, Pete, this is Nate.
Was it pouring? We were putting these buntings up, and it was just
big question.
pouring down. It was just so.
I am not able to come. I actually went to Frank Royal to come to King's Day. So I will not be attending. Thank you for double checking though. I was there for the arrival, but maybe for the departure, and I appreciate what you guys do. Thanks for double checking.
They built the riser and painted it. Yeah. See, we were like, we need a riser, we need a stage, and then the band, the drummer needs a stage, and our public works crew place. They got this really. Yeah.
In minutes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll pass that on. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Can they start going over there? Or is it park like right up? Yeah, you got park now.
Yeah, I got
Let's just go. You've got guns, but they don't have I mean, they're probably
Better it comes from the town manager.
All right.
This is his.
Was that town manager?
Yeah.
He's there saying, "Hold for a minute." Come on, guys. You said that a minute ago.
Instead of going anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. I know you do.
Oh, really? Actually, I love Oh, yeah. I came up and did a couple of Redskins games, NASCAR. They were doing right up here. I literally right down there.
See you later, Steve.
Take care, man. See you, Nate.
See you, man. Pleasure. I had a blast. And you? I have. I played at the local disc golf course here on the east side of town. I'm based in Northern Virginia, close to Arlington. Yeah, sure. You love it? Yeah, it definitely seems like a great
Chat to the mayor from here as well. We had just
come back when it's
Oh, we'll do, yeah.
So that was the town manager, and then the mayor is in the House of Seats.
Oh, that's the mayor. Yeah. I was like, you're calling me. What do you want to do? I can do one more interview. Yeah, because then I can tell them we gotta go.
Yeah, like that.
Not this event, like the whole week of
I'm sure a lot of people have took a mind this morning.